Well, in the wake of the market reports last week, market prices have been lower, but continued strength in exports have stopped and in some cases reversed that trend. Neil Melancon now joins us with this week's bottom line. And Neil, I probably know where all that grain is going, but tell us anyway.
In a word, Mike, China, as I'm sure you've guessed. The Chinese continue their import frenzy, bringing in more grain, and with South America out of soybeans, the one place they're going is us, that is, the U.S. China is the import market for half of our grain overall and more than that for beans. China buying is the only thing bullish right now in the markets as the dollar creeps up, oil goes down, and rains fall across the driest parts of the Midwest corn and soybean growing areas. Now, overall, China buying is great for our ag markets. However, back during the 1970s, there was another communist nation that was supporting our ag economy like this, the USSR. The Great Russian Grain Robbery, as it was called, drove up prices as they desperately needed food. It was great until they decided to use that food and invade Afghanistan, which prompted then-President Carter to place a grain embargo on Russia, and our markets collapsed. Now, we may not have cause to slap an embargo on China, but with our economy so heavily wedded to theirs, any kind of collapse could result, Mike, and those horrible 1980s prices many farmers remember.
Indeed they do. Neil, we know how farmers are being impacted by this. What about consumers right now?
Well, consumers unfortunately are seeing a decoupling from fluctuating grain prices to the prices in the grocery store. It's unfortunate because really consumers need to be worried about the effects of inflation, especially if China demand drops off. Less food for more money, Mike, is what consumers, I think, need to be afraid of most.
Very good. Neil Melancon, thanks.